Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Here, I talk about military service in different countries around the world, including the weapons they use and what life is really like for soldiers. In today's video, we're diving into what it's like to serve in the Russian army. We'll try to understand the daily routine, the culture, and answer some common questions. Does hazing still exist? What do Russian soldiers actually eat? If you're curious to find out, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Let's start with the basics. In Russia, joining the army isn't a choice, it's mandatory. All men between the ages of 18 and 30 are required to serve for 1 year. So, what does that year look like? The first stop is something called Kurs Molodogo Boytsa, literally, Young Fighters Course, but think of it like boot camp or basic training. You learn everything from scratch: how to salute, how to march, and of course, how to disassemble a Kalashnikov. Sleep is minimal, meals are fast, and physical training is intense. Life in the Russian army runs on a strict daily schedule. You eat, drink, sleep, even rest according to the clock. If you break the rules, you get punished, usually with something called a naryad, which means extra duty like cleaning or guard shifts. We'll get into that later. Now let's talk food. Soldiers are fed 3 times a day, no exceptions, no choices. Breakfast might be buckwheat, rice, or oatmeal, with bread, tea, or fruit punch, and sometimes a boiled egg or sausage. Lunch is the most filling meal: a soup or borscht, then a second course like pasta, potatoes, or porridge with meat, often canned stew, plus a basic cabbage or carrot salad, and more punch. Dinner is simpler, maybe pasta or porridge again, with a cutlet or a piece of fish and tea. There's always bread as much as you want. If you're lucky, and the cook is decent, it's bearable. If not, soldiers sometimes bring canned food or trade for better meals if they've got the right connections. Now let's get into something serious: hazing. Yes, it still happens. It's not a myth. When you arrive at your unit, you're the lowest of the low, a duck, pronounced du, slang for a rookie, or ghost, someone with 0 experience and 0 authority. That's when things begin. Cleaning for older soldiers, fixing their clothes, fetching water, chipping in money for things like an electric kettle. If you refuse, you might get hit. Discipline, they call it. Some officers know what's going on, but turn a blind eye as long as order is maintained. Sometimes it all depends on the older soldiers. If they're decent guys, you'll get through it. If not, brace yourself. Now, it's not like this everywhere. Some units don't have hazing at all. But that's the exception, not the rule. The key to surviving? Keep your head down, act smart, and find good people to stick with. What about weekends? Sunday is technically a day off, but don't expect much freedom. You might sleep in till 7 or 8 a.m. After breakfast, it's time for the banya, a traditional Russian steam bath where soldiers wash themselves and clean their uniforms. Then there's cleaning the barracks, the toilets, the yard. Everything needs to shine. After lunch, you might get an hour of personal time. Call home, play checkers, read a book. If you have a basic phone, that's entertainment. Sometimes they'll show a movie on an old television for the whole unit. That's a rare treat, and it feels like a holiday. Now for the most intense part: training. That's when you really feel like you're in the army. You crawl, throw grenades, dig trenches, set up ambushes, all in the mud, under real conditions. The main weapon is the AK, either the AK-74 or the newer AK-12. You'll learn to strip and reassemble it blindfolded. Live fire exercises take place on ranges, first lying down, then kneeling, then on the move. Sometimes there are night drills, long marches through the forest with full gear. The backpack alone weighs about 45 pounds, 20 kilograms. Tired? Doesn't matter. You keep going. Then there's the most boring part of army life: naryads, or extra duties. You clean floors, scrub toilets, stand guard. Some duties include guard posts, or corral, shifts armed watch over equipment, or supply depots, with strict rules. Fall asleep? That's a serious offense. You can get assigned to extra duty for almost anything: forgetting to shave, talking back to a sergeant, being late for formation. But finally, after a year, it's over. You get your military ID, and you're free again. Every soldier's experience depends on the unit, the officers, and the people around you. Some places are tough, others are easier. But one thing's for sure, the army changes you. You come out stronger, calmer, and the things that scared you before don't scare you anymore. Now you know what life is really like inside the Russian army. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like.